I saw that video the other day where I found some of my old Goosebumps books, and now I'm fixated on getting the original 62. Mostly going to be trying to like get them at thrift stores or secondhand stores or bookstores, but I want like the original like 90s version of them with the embossed raised Goosebumps logo, so not like the newer reprints or anything like that. So as we're looking at each of these, let me just tell you kind of what I'm talking about. So like this one is like a way later reprint. It's not an original one, so this one will not count in the original 62, even though it is one of the original books. This one is one of the original 62. However, it does not have the embossed covers, so eventually I would like to replace this copy, but for now it's going to stay. And then this one is a great example. It has the raised Goosebumps logo there, and it is one of the original 62. What's up, guys? Back with another Goosebumps update. I actually found 3 books at a used bookstore, and yes, they are the original ones with the raised logo there. So we got Curse of the Mummy's Tomb, The Ghost Next Door, which is the one I'm currently reading. It's number 10. Bad Hair Day, which is number 41 in the series. Ooh, well, everyone, we have an epic, and I mean epic, Goosebumps haul. I got all these from eBay. Got it for a really great deal. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at all these books that I got. The fun begins. As you can see, most of these books are in pretty crisp, clean condition. A couple of them have been loved extra well, and that's okay, because like I said, I got a really great deal on this. So let's go ahead and go through each of the books that I picked up. First, we have Attack of the Mutant. This one is number 25 in the series. Next, we've got The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. This one I was really excited to get, and this one is number 20. Be Careful What You Wish For. This one has obviously been loved a little bit, and this one is number 12. We've got The Girl Who Cried Monster. Great cover there. This one is number 8. Of course, we had to pick this one up. Welcome to Dead House. This is Goosebumps original number 1, the book that started it all. This is a first edition, first printing. It does not have the Halloween mask inside. A Haunted Mask, one of considered the best Goosebump books, and that is number 11. Return of the Mummy. This is the sequel to the Mummy, and I'm excited to see how this one ties into that one. Then we've got The Ghost Beach, and this is number 22. We've got The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, number 14. Phantom of the Auditorium. Obviously, we know that this is probably a play on Phantom of the Opera, and it takes place in a school, so that's going to be pretty sweet. And this is number 24. This one is super clean. This is A Night in Terror Tower, and this is number 27. Next, we've got Monster Blood 3, 29. This is like one of the most common ones if you try and look on eBay or any online site, The Barking Ghost. This one is number 32. Then we've got My Harriest Adventure. Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. Number 26. We've got Monster Blood 2. I remember reading this one when I was a kid. Oh man, I'm so excited to reread this. This is number 18. I'm Afraid of Bees. People hate on this one, so I'll be interested to see why. I don't remember ever reading it. It's number 17. Probably one of the worst conditions, so I'll definitely have to upgrade this one at some point. But again, it came with everything, so I wasn't going to complain. Number 16 in the series, One Day at Horrorland. You Can't Scare Me. I doubt they could. Yep, number 15. Deep Trouble. This one is number 19. Go Eat Worms. What a great cover. This is great. Another school-related one, number 21. So I'm here at 2nd and Charles, and I'm going to be looking for some Goosebumps books. I'm down here in Jacksonville, Florida. Never been. And yeah, this store seems to be pretty cool. Lots of used books. And y'all, I was about to give up. I could not find where these would be at. And look at this. 2 more ones that I need. First, we've got The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. That is book number 38. Night of the Living Dummy 3. That is book number 40. Time for a massive Goosebumps haul. As you can see from this spread here, I picked up quite a few books. I got this all from eBay from one seller. They were doing one of those kind of complete your collection, each one individually listed, and then I just asked if I could pick the ones that I needed. It would make a deal with me, and they said yep. And so I got these all discounted. I think each one was about $4 when you divide everything up. It wasn't that bad, and let's go through each of them. First, we have Monster Blood, which is book number 3. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, book number 34. Horror at Camp Jelly Jam,
33. This cover is always very creepy. Let's Get Invisible, book number 6. Say Cheese and Die, book number 4. Now, if you remember, I had the one that's not the original cover or the original copy printing, so I had to pick this one up so I could have them all match. I still do have the childhood one though. Welcome to Camp Nightmare, book number 9. 8, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, another interesting cover. This one I cannot wait for, Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. And we've got book 48. Oh, this will be a great one. Beware the Snowman, book number 51. Ghost Camp, book number 45. Finally, Say Cheese and Die, again, one of the rare sequels in the Goosebumps series, book number 44. Welcome back to another episode of hunting all 62 original Goosebumps. We've got a double mail call today. A couple of packages here. We should have 3 books that we're adding to our collection. Number 46, How to Kill a Monster. 49, Vampire Breath. And this one, I do believe, is a first printing, first edition. Yes, it is. And finally, our 3rd book that we're picking up today is book number 50, Calling All Creeps. This one is a first edition, and this one is so clean. We're here at Half Price Books in Omaha, and man, did I hit the mother load. Tons of books on the shelf here today, and I did pick up a couple that I needed. Check out those prices too. Wow, I need to go back here. I'm glad it's only about 40 minutes away. I picked out 3 that I needed, and we'll go through each of those right now. The rest of them that you see, I don't need, so I just left them there. Number 13, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. This one condition's not that great, but again, for less than $2, I'm not going to complain. Then we've got number 39, How I Got My Shrunken Head. This one's in pretty good shape, so again, under $2, we'll take it. And then number 7, one of the all-time goats of the Goosebumps series, Night of the Living Dummy. And again, condition is not perfect, but you know what, we'll take it. It was like $1.60, I think it said on the sticker. So yeah, super pleased with these pickups. Welcome back to another episode of trying to collect all 62 of the original Goosebumps books. 4 pickups today from 2 different sources. First off, we've got a couple from eBay that I was able to get for a pretty good deal. I think each one was about $4. Number 55, The Blob That Ate Everything. Very interesting cover there. Number 30, which is It Came From Beneath the Sink. The embossed logo, that is what I am looking for, the original printings of them. I picked up from Half Price Books, and it is number 2, Stay Out of the Basement. And I have some footage of me getting that one right here. So at Half Price Books, they moved the Goosebumps books, and you can only see there's only one of the OG, but then on the cart, I found this. Yes. Welcome back to another episode of me trying to collect the original 62 Goosebumps books. We have got quite the haul here from Half Price Books. I picked up 2 first editions. We've got 36, The Haunted Mask 2. Oh, the Haunted Mask one's one of my favorite Bumps books, so I'm excited to see the sequel. I don't think I've ever read that one. Number 47, Legend of the Lost Legend. As you can see, $1.79, $1.99. Super great prices, and they're both first edition. I was walking into Half Price Books, and they have like the counter there where people drop off books to sell. And as I'm like literally walking by, just out of the corner of my eye, I noticed the Goosebumps logo on the top of one of the books. I had gone in there, they weren't stickered yet. The lady had the whole roll of stickers, as in someone had just dropped them off to sell them, and then they were stickering them for the inventory. So I walked around a little bit, came back, and saw that they had the stickers on it, so I just asked the lady if I could go through it, and she was like, yeah, absolutely. And got all of these, literally just wonderful timing there. Someone had just dropped them off, and I was able to grab what I wanted. Welcome back to another episode of trying to collect every one of these 62 original Goosebumps books, and I had quite the score over the weekend. I went to 3 different places and found a ton of Goosebumps books. Unfortunately, I had most of them, or they were the ones that I'm not collecting, aka like the newer ones, the reprints. I'm looking for the original 1 through 62 from the 90s. So we're here at the Antique Mall. Look at all these Goosebumps books. Unfortunately, I don't need any of these. What up, everyone? Last year, you might recall that I was hunting down the original 1 through 62 Goosebumps books from the 90s, and I have not had an update in that series since last October. Well, today that changes because I have a huge update.
Shout out to the creator that I'm going to tag down in the comment section here. He gave me a good lead on a way to find the missing books, because I've been checking my thrift stores, I've been checking half-price books, I've been checking on eBay, and I've just not been finding anything that is either A, price friendly, or B, like quality friendly. When we left off with this series, I had 50 out of the 62 Goosebumps books, so I'm only missing what, 12? Okay, let's go. We got these from Whatnot. These are from a couple of different sellers, and the condition on some of them are pretty rough, but they were incredibly cheap. Eventually, I will just replace those ones when I find other ones that are decent quality and decent price. Again, the price is the big thing. These books aren't hard to find. They're hard to find for a good price. That's the thing. You can find this whole collection very easily and spend a couple $100 and bing, bang, boom, you're done. That's not what I want to do. So let's go ahead and get into this pretty pink package first. Got number 35, a shocker on Shock Street. 60, Werewolf Skin. 54, Don't Go to Sleep. Again, this one, the condition's not the best, but you know what? For $1, it is what it is. For 31, Night of the Living Dummy 2. In this other package, I got this also from Whatnot, and this was really cool because this was a teacher who has taught for like 30 some years, and she was kind of cleaning out her classroom. She's changing roles at her school. She's not retiring, but she's not needing a classroom set of books anymore from her classroom library. And so the condition on these are super, super beat, but they were literally $1 a piece, and $1 a piece for some of these is absolutely crazy. Minimum on eBay, and they're at least, you know, some of them are like 10, 15 bucks, some of them are like 20. So for $1, I'm like, I'll suck it up and I'll add them to the collection. It's fine. For 52, How I Learned to Fly. 53, Chicken Chicken. Now this one I actually did find a nicer copy a couple of days later, so that one's not arrived yet, so this one's going to get immediately replaced. But again, for $1, it was worth it just to have it in the collection. One is number 57, My Best Friend is Invisible. Again, condition not great on it, but it'll do. I think that's really neat about these is it even has the classroom card catalog system over here where they can check out the different checkout logs. I'm looking at this one, and this last time this was checked out according to this card was 2002, which is pretty nuts. Number 56, The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. This one's a hard one to find in decent price. This one is like the worst condition out of all of them, but it is also one of the more expensive ones. And this is number 58, Deep Trouble 2. Lastly, we've got number 61, I Live in Your Basement. Welcome back to another episode, maybe the last, finding all 162 Goosebumps books. I'll know what that is, and it's not from Amazon. In here, we have the final 2 missing Goosebumps books from the original 62. We've got number 59, The Haunted School, and we've got number 62, the final original Goosebumps book, the very last one that I was missing, Monster Blood 4. I got both of these books off of Whatnot, and I got a really solid deal on both of them. They are in pretty darn great shape, and I am super thrilled because that means we have officially completed all 1 through 62 original Goosebumps books from the 90s. We have done it, folks. We started this journey over a year ago, and I am just so thrilled. So you can now see the shelf. This is almost all of them. These are all the ones that I've read out of the original 62. And then this little stack here are the ones that I have left to read. So I am super close to having them all read as well. And you can see them displayed. This will not be the final display. I'm going to mess around with it once I've read all of them. But yeah, this is pretty awesome.